plays winner, we're posting those on social. Follow us at NBA 2K_2KTV.
And for those of you on Gen 5, did you know you can check out 2K TV anywhere in the city via your in-game mobile phone?
Waiting for Got Next? Hang out with us, get some game tips, catch up on community events.
That's right, it's everything you love about 2K TV right at your fingertips.
We'll see you there, and we'll see you here next week. Every Friday, we're dropping a new episode at 4 p.m. Pacific.
Till then, enjoy some NBA 2K.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Shamet's checked in. Harden the pass to KD. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 19-point game against Orlando.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
It's Solomon to Antetokounmpo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
Now, here is Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Harris finds Shamet. From deep, Harden. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the wing right side. Here's Connaughton. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Harden outside. To the paint. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo can look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Now, here's Durant. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 32 points for him last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Harden can't hit. Bucks leading by 4.
And, Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Landry Shamet. Now here's Middleton. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Harden's shot is good.
Now you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Here's Holiday. He had 19 points in the win against Philadelphia. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Harden up top. Holiday with the block.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away.
Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for James Harden. It's blocked. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Holiday against Irving. Holiday the pass to Portis. Griffin with the steal. And they're moving it up. Nobody near Irving. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Irving knocking down that three. Textbook form, too. Never rushes anything. Mechanics are efficient and effective.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bucks lead by 1. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an NBA season.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with Luwawu. Then there's Irving. Then there's Brown. And it's Griffin in at the 5 down low. And Forbes kicks it to Tucker. The shot by Middleton, wide open. No good from outside.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Brown the pass to Green. Irving for 3. He can't hit that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm. Yeah,
and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
From deep, Green. The rebound by the Bucks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. Now, here's Tucker. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And that corner 3, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And, Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas,
2 shots.
He only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
They get a hand on it. Shot from 16. Here's Lopez, tries again, and it's good on the way in. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Irving dishes to Jordan. High post, KD. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Tucker with the ball. Middleton outside. Fires the 3. He's off on that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Irving kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Right side Durant. You always see it, these players great looking, rejuvenated after the All-Star week. Does that short period of rest really make that kind of difference?
I think sometimes mentally more than physically. It's kind of an opportunity to hit the reset button and prepare yourself for the stretch run. And listen, that season is so long. And because guys train year-round now, to get that mini break, if you will, I think can work wonders for guys as they get ready to make that home stretch push.
Yeah, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Here's Brown. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Monday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
To the middle. Here's Karuch. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Karuch just got his first basket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Kicks it out to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Stripped it away. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Yep, that one goes in there. Now it's a 6-point Milwaukee lead.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Harden outside.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Karuch passes to Antetokounmpo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim. That's all for now. Say good.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Karuch is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. 4 on the clock. Harden, Griffin trying to get open. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And it is absolutely remarkable watching Harden draw contact. So effortless, so crafty, and so consistent in putting the defense in a bind.
and that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now DiVincenzo. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from James Harden.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Caruch. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's the teardrop. Harris kicks to Jordan. Now here is Harris. Defense right on him. And the baseline jumper, no good. Bucks leading by 6. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Jordan, the pass to Griffin. With 3, Harris. No good on that one. The Bucks go the other way with it.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Forbes can't get it to go.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Harris missing again.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Portis kicks to Antetokounmpo. And jammed down as he goes right over DeAndre Jordan.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Harden dishes to Harris. Harden against DiVincenzo. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. On the wing, Giannis. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Harden inside the three-point line, and that one goes long. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son's a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Six to shoot. The putback. It's good on the putback. Portis has got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Pretty and rough, but that's how you win games. And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Irving up top. He's got 10. Now the Bucks moving it up. And here they go. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Irving. And the rejection by Giannis. Connaughton passes to Giannis. Back to Connaughton. And here's Giannis. He's got 20. And he banks in the layup. Giannis has got 14 points now in the second half.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drop.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 18. And coming. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving in at the 1. Tucker the pass to Middleton. Here's Connaughton. And that one comes up a bit short. Nets trail by 18. Got a piece of it. From deep. Tries to save it. Middleton can't get it to go.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Caruge is checked in for the Bucks. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets.
Well, I tell you what, he's one of the best scorers in the game, and I love how Irving continues to be in attack mode.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Middleton outside. 5 on the clock. From 13. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Guarded by Harden. 5 to shoot. Irving against Middleton. Can't hit from 12.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play. And the Bucks making a change here. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. And they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Holiday. Back to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And it's hard not to commend the calm nature and demeanor of the Greek freak. I mean, even in pressure situations, Antetokounmpo never seems to get outside of himself or never seems to give in to what the defense is trying to do to disrupt him.
Count it, good.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Giannis. Back to Holiday. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And the Bucks lead by 16. Up top, Durant. Antetokounmpo defending. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Irving kicks to Brown. Back to Irving. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Irving misses. Bucks leading by 16. Down his left side. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the dunk by Lopez.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Durant with a wide open look. And Lopez pulls it down. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And after losing the first of this 4-game series, they've gotten their revenge here tonight, guys, evening things up 1 apiece with 2 left to play against the Nets.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end results.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. The Bucks making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Landry Shamet's checked in for Brooklyn. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Harden dishes to KD. And yes, it's good.
Boy, if you allow Durant that look, he's going to punish you. I mean, it's that simple.
Well, this one is winding down now. Milwaukee can watch the clock run out. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
On Wednesday, earn double rep at Dunk Fest, where you'll be working with the community to reach the target number of dunks.
There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get started with some Saturday NBA action brought to you by DA.
Hey, Kevin. Trey.
Thanks, DA. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Snell in at the small forward. And for Brooklyn, Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving, and it's Harden in at the 1. Now, here is Young playing Oklahoma City. He was nearly unstoppable. It's good. And above the rim play, always captivating, Steve. We should see a lot of that tonight.
And Kevin, I'm so excited. You know, I played under the rim, so to get a chance to watch guys play well above, I am getting my popcorn ready.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
Landry Shamit's checked in for the Nets. Harris misses. Collins against Durant. Young inside. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
He's fearless, Trey Young. Knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
Swiped away. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Harden the pass to Shamet. Durant kicks to Shamet. Right side, Kevin Durant. 18 feet out, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
This is what you like about Kevin Durant. Doesn't need to press the issue. Mid-range is close enough.
Herter, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan. Offensively, so far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 19-point game against Orlando.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Here is Harden following the basket by Trae Young. Floats one, and Harden lays it in.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
And Young, here we go. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Kevin Herter.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Jordan, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
Here's Young, and he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 10. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
The Hawks leading by 4. 1:49 left here in the first quarter. Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Woo, the timing of Young's passes in pick and roll, absolutely impeccable.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
As long as they maintain that same aggressiveness, they should be in solid shape to come away victorious again.
Here's Bogdanovic after the made shot from KD. Here's Capella, and it's blocked. Harden outside. And Harden with the stop.
The minute KD gets the ball, all eyes are on him. That leaves a wide open man.
Young inside. Drops in the layup for 2. He's got 12.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Good work defensively by Capella. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And Young with the basket on the assist from Bogdanovich. 14 points for Trae Young.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Collins. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Young. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Bogdanovich, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
The Hawks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Nets trail by 9. Here's Irving. 43 points out last game. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And that's vintage Kyrie. He has the blow-by speed to get past defenders off the dribble.
Here's Rondo. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Okongwu. Gallinari is out there with Tony Snell. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Herter in at the shooting guard. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Drills it from outside. Irving's got 5 now.
Kyrie sprung free on that pick and roll. Trying to stick with him is easier said than done.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Good work there as it goes.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Irving looking for an opening at the tip, and Green is right there. Green's got his first 2 points.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Rondo dishes to Okongwu, and a missed layup. Nets trail by 4.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal. Passes like this demonstrate Snell's team-first approach. He's all about getting it to the open guys.
Outside Irving. Offline with his 3.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Rondo with the steal. And that one drops. And now it's a 10-point Hawks lead.
Rondo, known for his quick hands on defense, that time turned it into offense.
Irving kicks to Brown. Out to the wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Irving launches it from deep. Offensive rebound, Nets. No good on that one. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to Orlando. Here's Okongwu. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Griffin. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Luwawu. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Luwawu's got 4 points in the quarter. The Hawks leading by 8. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. He gets it in there.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Irving against Rondo. Tries from 10, and that's good off the glass that time. Irving's got 7.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First free throw is good.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And Trae Young subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Young drives in. Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
Harden with it, and guarded by Capella. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harden's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 9. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
What I love about John Collins, he plays with great determination, trying to impose his will.
Here's Durant. They get the rebound. A shot by Jordan, no good. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Rondo's running, and finished off by Collins.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
And so it's Atlanta, 13. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 14 points and 2 assists. And that does it for our...
In the gym trying to work them out.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot. So that's the Nets 5. And here's Harris from the arc. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
And just a smooth player who reads the floor incredibly well. Harden is always looking to get his teammates involved.
Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times. And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
And Durant sends it back.
You forget, Durant has the reach of a center. He can provide rim protection.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
And on the way from Irving for three, Collins grabs the miss.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Down low, and the dunk by Capella.
Nice look from Kevin, intelligent and unselfish.
Durant against Collins. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his second basket. Here's Herter. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Capella with the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Nets trail by 16. Harden surveying the D. In the corner, it's Harris. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Kevin Herter. Young outside. And there's the pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. There's the three. They grab their own miss. And Collins is right there.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Harden. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Hawks. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Griffin with the steal. Here's Brown. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Passes it to Okongwu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young passes to Okongwu. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Atlanta making a switch here. Capella's checked in. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Nets. It's a 13-point game. Brown dishes to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
That's what Griffin is known for best. His unreal vertical, which allows him to go over defenders.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Collins checked in for Okongwu. 26 seconds left in the third. It's Brown with the drive. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Collins. Inside. And the dunk by Capella.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Harden gets the bucket.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hawks ahead, up 11. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Rajon Rondo. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Irving. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Rondo passes to Capella. Harris on the double team. And it's Capella missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Gallinari with the steal. Capella with it, picked up by Harris. Now the feed to Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And the Hawks lead by 13. Outside Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
For a guy who is 6'3", Kyrie shows us he has great confidence playing inside.
Bogdanovich looking around to the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And Capella sends it back. Pass to Gallinari. And it's Rondo in the corner. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. And the dunk by Capella.
And guys, when Capella's playing like this, it's an added bonus. Love seeing him catch fire.
Irving against Rondo. No good from Irving. The Hawks leading by 15. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown kicks to Irving. Brown the pass to Jordan. Harris outside. But they get it back. Here's Brown. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. It's good. Nets trail by 17. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A nice shot by Harris.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Pass to Bogdanovich. In the corner, Collins with it. Shot clock at 6. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Collins. And Collins is right there. Collins has got 4 points in the quarter.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
Jordan finds Brown. And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hawks.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And so looking at their... And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The pass to Mays. Capella against Jordan. Collins wide open. He fires. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Irving can't get it to go.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Lob pass to Capella.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
I was getting ready for the #1 pick, but we got trade alerts already coming in. Rumors have been flying these last couple.
Moments away as the drama awaits. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Snell in at the small forward. What happens to team chemistry, Brent, at this stage of the season? Teammates have spent, a lot of time together already at this point.
Well, this is where veteran leadership and guys who have been through deep runs or their understanding of what it takes to have a team go through deep runs can really pay off, Kevin. Making guys accountable to the things that you've talked about all year long in the next couple weeks, that's critical.
Collins kicks to Young. Lopez with the block, and he recovers it. Lopez with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Middleton trying to get open as DiVincenzo. And Middleton the bucket on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
Focus from Chris Middleton like he'd been there before. I don't know if he saw the defense. The results were good.
Capella finds Young. Back to Capella. Another shot, and it's sent back by Lopez. They recover it. The putback. They shoot again.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. A shot block by Giannis.
Middleton outside. And that one is good.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
Just 2 to shoot.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Pass to Middleton, broke loose, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. So for the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Tony Snell. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Trae Young. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 32 points for him last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
Here's Herter. Deflects the pass. Rondo finds Bogdanovic. To the paint. They can use a bucket. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Holiday looking for an opening. A shot by Middleton, wide open. And again, the Bucks miss. Lopez with the steal. Here's Giannis. Lopez controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. Knocked loose. Fast break, the Hawks. Gallinari leading the charge. Gallinari on the wing. Makes it off the glass.
Nice body control there by Gallo. He gets bodied up a little bit and executes that finish flawlessly.
55 seconds left to play here in the first. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Rondo after the miss from Bobby Portis. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Bombed up there for Collins. The shot, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Portis kicks it to Tucker. Back to Holiday. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying.
Being able to go through adversity and come out strong.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got Bobby Portis. PJ Tucker is out there with Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. Young inside. Stolen by Tucker. Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Snell. Up and in on the layup. Snell's got the lead up to 1 now for Atlanta.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
Young against DiVincenzo. Young passes to Gallinari. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Forbes. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Now, here is Young playing Oklahoma City. He was nearly unstoppable. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Milwaukee in the lead. DiVincenzo with it. 20 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, but all around offensively,
and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Middleton looking pretty comfortable right now playing in the pick and roll, whether he's passing the ball or shooting it. Right now making good decisions.
Young inside, guarded by Holiday. Young passes to Herter. Back to Young. Shot clock at 5. Over Holiday. And the rejection by Giannis. Milwaukee leading by 4. Lopez outside. To the inside. And the dunk by Lopez.
Giannis, if you talk about maturity, the next thing you're going to see is him playing with great patience. Let the play unfold and then take what the defense gives you.
Young passes to Herter. Young against Holiday. Young inside. Holiday with the block.
Now get that out of there. That's all timing right there. Drew Holiday continuing hustle play.
Here's Giannis. Lopez dishes to Antetokounmpo. And Capella sends it back. Kicks it down to Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. Shoots over Capella. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact. And he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. John Collins, he's checked in for Okongwu. Bogdanovich comes in for Tony Snell. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Young. Herter passes to Collins. They need this. Capella trying to free himself up. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down now to just 6 and the basket from Collins. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
Collins with some nice D.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Outside for Rondo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Although he's a bit smaller, Rondo knows he's got to outthink guys on the interior, and that time drew the contact.
So he gets them both. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Young and Herter make up the back. Tony Snell is out there with Collins, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And Giannis just gobbling up the rebound, just spreads his wing out there, and ball falls right into it.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And here's Young. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Down low, clock at 6. Herter passes to Capella. And the layup's good off the glass.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herter finds an open teammate.
Bucks leading by 7. Outside Holiday. To the inside. Here's Lopez. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Lopez has gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Young dishes to Capella. Back to Young. Lopez with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Middleton leading the charge.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Holiday against Young. Now the pass to Herter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Here's Young. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee leading by 11. Holiday left side. Giannis outside. From down in the low post, it goes. Antetokounmpo's got 8 here in the quarter.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Young, good.
Such a precise player. When Young notices those kind of openings, he definitely is looking to attack.
Outside Holiday. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Collins kicks to Bogdanovich. Passes to Okongwu. 6 to shoot. Bogdanovich with it. Picked up by Portis. Okongwu's shot is good.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Holiday goes in. Atlanta with the rebound. Fast break, the Hawks. Right side, Collins. Bogdanovich passes to Okongwu. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Kicks it to Forbes. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Hawks trail by 11. Now Rondo. Okongwu, the pass to Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Probing and looking and finding ways. Bogdanovich really in attack mode here tonight.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Right side, Rondo. Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor. And that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 9. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Bucks, PJ Tucker is out there with Portis. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Forbes in at the 1. Rondo passes to Collins. That's tipped. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Right side, Bogdanovich to the paint. It's deflected. Collins finds Bogdanovich, and a wide open look for Rondo. Off target from three-point range.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Pass to Forbes. Over Collins. And that one hits back iron. The Hawks trail by 11. Gallinari outside. Here's Rondo, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. The pass to Portis. That one goes in.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Trae Young comes in for Rajon Rondo. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for PJ Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Young inside, guarded by Holiday.
He just gets this offense going. Young operating in the mid-range this time.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the shot goes in. Holiday's got the lead up to 13 now for Milwaukee. Here's Young. Here's Capella. And they're pushing it up. Here's Forbes. But they recover it. To the left wing. Second shot opportunity. Rebound Atlanta. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Passes it to Young. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Capella finds Gallinari. Here's Young. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That's a great move by Trae Young, and a brave one at that, playing right into the defender.
Atlanta making some changes. Collins comes in for Gallinari. And Tony Snell subbed in for Bogdanovich. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And Giannis throws it down.
Yeah, go ahead and get in front of that if you want to. Man, with a dunk by Giannis.
And Young kicks to Snell. Young taking his time here. From deep. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Bucks.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. Fades away. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Now, here's Goodwin. The Hawks again can't hit. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get David. Thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And looking at the Nets, Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1. And the dunk by Giannis. And here at the midway point of the year, lots of guys banged up, Clark. Is it hard to decide when to play through and then maybe not to play? When to sit?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question, Kevin. And a lot of times it's about pain tolerance, the severity of the injury. Is it something that you can play with that won't linger on and you don't have the possibility of further injury? Those are the factors that go into playing hurt or playing in pain.
Now, Antetokounmpo following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Durant in the corner. Harris gets to Durant. Outside Jordan. Pass to Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. From the arc. DiVincenzo with the rebound. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
Outside, KD. Over Giannis. Durant, that's good.
Being able to score from any place on the court makes Durant a space creator for his team. I mean, it's not just inside, it's not just threes, it's that mid-range game too.
Here's Holiday. Coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. And the pass to Giannis. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Out to Harris. Pass to Jordan. There's the triple. And that's collected by Drew Holiday.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Inside, it's tipped. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. The feed to Lopez. James Harden with the rebound. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The 9-foot shot. Passes it to Durant. He dishes it to Jordan. On the clock. And here's Harris from the arc. That one, no good. Bucks leading by 6. Floats it up for Giannis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
A nice shot by Irving.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
Bucks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Harris finds Irving. Here's Jordan, and it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one, no good. Nice D from Durant. Harris dishes to Durant. The offensive rebound.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Antetokounmpo against Durant. Pass to Holiday. In the corner, Middleton with it. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the...
Let me know.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Harris. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Harden in at the point guard position. Portis trying to free himself, and it's Durant with the rebound.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Harris kicks to KD. The shot goes down and gets his game back to even.
Looking strong to the finish when Durant locks in on scoring. Nobody's stopping.
Antetokounmpo inside. KD's on him. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Drew Holiday. He's checked in for Milwaukee. Forbes the pass to Tucker. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Harden surveying the D. Stolen by Holiday. There's the lob to Portis.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Harden against Holiday. And Harden with the stuff.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They host the Spurs after this one. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. Outside Portis. Dishes to Forbes. 6 on the shot clock. Portis kicks to Forbes. Brooklyn with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Durant, the pass to Jordan. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And that'll tie this game up.
DeAndre Jordan knows a big part of his job is to gobble up rebounds. That time, an angry putback from Jordan.
And stolen by Harris. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Durant up top, guarded by Tucker. The drive by KD. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Harris against Holiday. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
All Irvin needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
And Holiday, here we go. Here's Portis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Irving with it. 43 points out last game. Fires from deep. Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nets.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
And they're able to recover. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Brown. Connaughton passes to Portis. A second chance effort. That shot off. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Irving up top. He has 7. And he converts the layup. And now a 5-point Nets lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The kick out to Holiday. Johnson outside, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And some good action. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They're in better shape now than they were. And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, guarded by Jordan. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
On the wing, Irving. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
The Nets making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Connaughton's checked in. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
The defensive awareness, the timing. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a ferocious player, great competitive spirit, tremendous work ethic, and highly skilled. He wants to dominate.
Jordan with the bucket.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Here's Connaughton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the middle. Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Antetokounmpo against KD. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Monday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers.
And one thing's for sure, they're going to enjoy getting back home and trying to keep the positive momentum going. Nothing like some home cooking and sleeping in your own home.
Claxton. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. DiVincenzo's got his first points in this one. And here's Irving. He's got 9. The dish to Griffin. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Shamet. And that one's good from Connaughton.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. It's a 1-point game. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Now, here is Irving. Guarded closer.
And the amount of space Antetokounmpo covers is really breathtaking. You got to see it to believe it. I mean, he erases shots that you think he has no chance to get to.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And that one drops for him. Irving's got 11.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. He feeds it to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Good on the bucket. 13 points in the game.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick, and his ball handling is so good. Absolutely, virtually impossible.
Oh, goodness. Where did that come from? Oh, that was beautiful. What a punch. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Irving. Releases. Again, the Nets for 2.
I tell you what, he's one of the best scorers in the game, and I love how Irving continues to be in attack mode.
Down low. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Now Irving shoots the 3. And no good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Milwaukee on top, leading by 3. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Durant. Tyler Johnson is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. From about 16, the putback. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 5.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's KD. The rebound by Holiday.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Lopez. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Harden against Howard. Here's Jordan. Oh,
wow. Boy, DeAndre Jordan still able to throw down these fantastic dunks. And he loves when he gets a chance to do so.
The pass to DiVincenzo. trying to get open is Lopez. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
High post, KD, and right through it goes.
So smooth offensively, extremely smooth. Durant, easily one of the best scorers in NBA history.
To the paint. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got 4 points this quarter.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Harden outside, pass to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
You know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually refines it. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Now here is Holiday. DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Caruch. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in, and then for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo.
2 minutes to go.
Rebound, Brooklyn. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Rodions Kurucs. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Bryn Forbes. Harris looking it over. On the corner. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Milwaukee leading by 5. Holiday, the pass to Connaughton. The shot's good.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Irving for 3. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket. And that's exactly who Irving is and what he does. Outside, Antetokounmpo.
Portis trying to free himself. And that one's good by Giannis.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
And a wide open look for Irving. Kicks it out to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving drives in. Johnson in the corner. Takes the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him that he's up off the 3s.
Outside Holiday. To the left side wing. Connaughton. No good with the triple. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. They trail by 6. Kept alive. The kick out to Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Johnson can't get it to go. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shot from the wing. Misses there. And so the Bucks take the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks, for... And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
So the net starting five. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's KD in at the four-man position. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Collins is out there with Tony Snell. And it's Capella in at the five. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kyrie Irving. On the way, Harris. Outside Collins. That one good for two.
Yeah, credit Herter. Recognizes where the help is coming from. Finds the open man.
Young against Harden. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year? We're mid-season.
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP to start the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you say, let it play out.
Few people see the floor as well as Trey. If you're open, he'll find you.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Goes straight to the defense. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
There's the pass to Jordan. Here's KD. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
With his size, KD almost unstoppable from mid-range.
Young against Harden. Young passes to Capella, and he makes that one.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
Harden scanning the floor. Jordan kicks to Shamet. Harden against Young. Harden the pass to KD. Lays it up off the glass.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Harden kicks to Harris. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Harris.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Herder. He's covered by Shamet. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Young finds Capella. Poked away. Stolen by Harden. Young with the steal. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And let's see which big men have had the softest touch lately with this look at the leading field goal percentages among centers and power forwards in the last 10 games. Andre Jordan is second.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Every one of them possesses a great touch around the basket. When they receive the ball in good position in the paint, it is just about automatic.
Bogdanovich looking around. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Moment now to see the numbers for Capella. The past month has been surreal. First in rebounding, fourth in blocks, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Back to Irving, shot clock at 6. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Let's take a look at the numbers for Kyrie Irving.
And he's lost some of his feel for the three-point shot. It's been a tough month for him from long range compared to earlier in the season. And now he might be starting to press, which can lead to even more problems.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Here's Irving. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Magic in Orlando. Rondo scanning the floor. Pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
One of the more instinctive passers over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far. Rondo finds Capella. Rondo drives in, and he banks in the layup.
Gotta respect the attacking mindset of Rondo. Always looking to go right to the cup.
And a deep three from Irving. Another miss by Irving. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Atlanta leading by 4. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Green is out there with Luwawu. Then there's Irving. Then there's Griffin. And it's Brown in at the 2. Inside, and the dunk by Capella.
The unselfishness of Rondo, always looking to get his teammates easy looks.
Rondo with the steal. Passes it to Gallinari. Irving with the steal. Brown feeling it out a bit. Green, the pass to Griffin. On the wing, Irving. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's his first foul. John Collins, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Then for the Nets, Durant's checked in for Green. And James Harden subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the shot is good. Durant's got 6 points.
He handles like a point guard. KD looks at ease running that pick and roll.
Right side, Bogdanovich. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Harden against Rondo. And Harden at this stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Okongwu kicks to Gallinari. The Hawks working the ball around. Okongwu's shot is good. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one. Yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And Collins gets double teamed. Clock is at 3. Rondo passes to Collins. Off target on the 15-footer.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
They get it back. Back to Harden. Second chance shot. And he sinks the layup. He's got 6.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Gallinari outside. Back to Rondo. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
KD on the wing. Shot from free throw range. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
KD's jump shot is pure. It's been a staple in his arsenal for a long time.
Rondo kicks to Bogdanovich. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. Atlanta making some changes. Tony Snell's checked in for Okongwu. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for Rajon Rondo. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on the defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it. At Collins' size, it's impressive just how active he is, leading by example.
That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Irving.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Collins dishes to Young. And they pick up 2. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Irving attacking. Rebounded by the Hawks. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met, but what a great game.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Gallinari passes to Collins. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Here's Irving. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Young fires away from outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. We look at John Collins and see the amazing finishes. The guys he's made strides on the defensive end. That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Snell in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Young dishes to Capella, misses the layup.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Stolen by Collins. Here's Young. Nails the baby hook. Young's got 8.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Harden right side. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu comes in for John Collins. And it's Bogdanovich in for Tony Snell. Harden the pass to Jordan. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. They get it again. Pass to Shamet. Durant kicks to Shamet. Outside for Durant. And the Nets miss again.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Capella dishes to Young. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. 10 points for him.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's Harden. No good with the layup.
Oh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Young passes to Herter. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. To the inside. And 2 shots coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
KD can't get it to go.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Young is double. Here's Herter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Knocked away. And Young takes to Capella. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Young's shot is off. Nets trail by 6. Shamet the pass to KD. It's rebounded by Herter.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Young dishes to Capella. A three from Bogdanovich. Here's Okongwu. He goes up again, and he lays it up and in. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks. The net shooting 47%, pretty solid. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's Harden with the drive and Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Young taking his time here. Outside Bogdanovich. And a miss there on the triple. Nets trail by 6. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. He gets that one.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Stolen by Harden. Jordan finds Harden. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And now just a 2-point Atlanta lead. Young pass to Okongwu.
Such a skilled passer. Trae Young knows it's his role to share the ball with his guys.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Here's Irving. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Really admire the hustle of Rondo on defense. Always gets a hand in the shooter's face.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. 4 on the shot clock. Yep, that one goes. Harris has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nets.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Brooklyn trailing. Here's Irving. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks making a change here. Herter's checked in. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Never one to shy away. Collins delivers as much contact as he receives.
Here's Irving. Count it. Irving's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Herter passes to Collins. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
No matter where he is on the floor, Collins seems to invite contact.
Irving against Rondo. Irving, good.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
And finished off by Collins.
It's been John Collins' night, taking his productivity into overdrive.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. A nice shot by Irving.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Young's checked in for the Hawks. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. And James Harden subbed in for Harris. Here's Young. Jordan with the rebound. Nets have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go win. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Not a hand on it.
When you watch Kevin Huerter, he plays hard at the defensive end. That was an effort block.
It's Harden with the drive.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Here's Young shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in, and so Young nails them both.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Young drives in. He dishes it to Collins. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And we've talked about Collins becoming a go-to scorer. Important points right there.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. One of the stories here, John Collins getting it done today.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Young dishes to Collins. Back to Young. Hawks passing it around. Irving with it. He's picked up by Hill. It's Harden with the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
A finish, and Harden with the stop.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Collins, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, when you play as hard as Collins does, you're going to get to the foul line.
And so he hits both.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Harden outside. Got it. Good job in the low post. Harden's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Young passes to Collins.
Amazing. The growth of Collins seems to know no limits.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
And on the way from Irving for 3, here's Jordan. The wide open look for Durant. No good on the 3. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Hawks. Young inside. He's covered by Irving. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Harden the pass to Jordan. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Nails the triple. And So it's Brooklyn with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.
They went 16-0 in the regular season, only to fall short in the playoffs. They only had one pick in this year's draft, and they selected a familiar face, T.S. Josh.
Knicks Gaming hoping to rekindle.
And the Atlanta Hawks, a shot from earlier on, arriving for a battle on. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Snell in at the 3 slot. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at small forward. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. I feel like we always see a little more energy from teams, Brent, after All-Star Weekend. Seems like that's a much-needed break at this time of the year for a lot of guys.
Yeah, no question about just the mental reset and how important that is for guys to reflect a little bit, Kevin. We don't talk about that a lot, but to be able to go back and kind of retool yourself and what you can do individually to contribute to what you know the team might be missing, that's a huge help for a coaching staff.
Kicks it out to Collins. From beyond the arc and then some.
John Collins continuing to show that he's willing to work on that three-point range.
Now here is Holiday. He had 19 points in the win against Philadelphia. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Herter passes to Young. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
You just can't take Trae Young lightly from anywhere on the floor. These kind of shots will help him get into a rhythm.
And Antetokounmpo shoots it in.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Young finds Snell. Back to Young. The pass to Herter. Just 5 to shoot. Capella, the pass to Young. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Ball's knocked loose. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Gallinari, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And the Bucks with possession here. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Holiday against Young. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Atlanta. Rondo comes in for Trae Young.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end. Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
Rondo scanning the floor. Capella kicks to Rondo. Back to Capella. Out to Gallinari. Pass to Capella. Rebounded by the Bucks. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in the last game.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Passes it to Capella. Back to Rondo. Down low, it's deflected. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Now Rondo. His last outing, he had 8 points. To the paint. Here's Capella. No good there. Good D by Lopez.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
So it's the Hawks now. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo, Rondo dishes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Pretty much an unpredictable player, at least where the passes are coming from. That's really what makes Rondo so hard to guard in pick and roll.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Capella, the pass to Rondo. Back to Capella. To the middle. Pass to Herter. Capella inside. Out to Gallinari. Shot clock at 2. Over Lopez. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Connaughton in at the 1 spot. Young inside. Lopez with the block.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo, and he gets it to go. Giannis has got 10.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Snell finds Gallinari. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
Just don't know how Giannis's 2 steps equal anybody else's 5 steps. You can't catch up.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Travis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Lachey. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's his first trip to the line. And that one falls for Okongwu. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The kick out to Young. 6 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Bucks leading by 7. Forbes dishes to Tucker. Here is Forbes. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Can't hit from 12.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And Young kicks to Okongwu. He can't get it to go. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. They host the Spurs after this one. Inside, here's Connaughton. Atlanta with the rebound. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Outside Portis. And Tucker has it in the corner. Now the pass to Forbes. A 3-ball. And it's Trae Young with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Collins. Back to Young. To the inside. Okongwu kicks to Collins. Hawks passing it around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And the Hawks making a change here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for John Collins. Bogdanovich comes in for Gallinari. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Young.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Rondo passes to Okongwu. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Lets it go with a 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. On the wing, Holiday. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Middleton for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Tucker. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
Thanks.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. With the third quarter soon to follow.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points. And that'll about do it as we get...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for Atlanta, Young and Huerter make up the back. Tony Snell is out there with Collins, and it's Capella in at center. Here is Forbes. Back to Kurucs. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Hawks trail by 5.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
Here's Young. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Young's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Hawks. And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. 3-point lead. Double team on Holiday. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Young with the ball. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. He kicks it to Capella. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Rodions Kurucs. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. And a change for the Hawks. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Here's Holiday. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Hawks trail by 5. Bogdanovich against Middleton. Here's Collins. Back to Bogdanovich. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time for Middleton. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Portis. Holiday left side. Pass to Giannis. Portis, the pass to Giannis. Second shot opportunity. Portis, the tip in on the offensive rebound. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Capella backs in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Good on the shot. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points for the game. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays, there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Young.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Giannis, and he lays it straight in. 18 points for him.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Outside Collins. To the paint. Here's Capella. Bucket is good. That's now 8 points for Clint Capella.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Milwaukee leading by 5. And here is Antetokounmpo. 18 points for him. Outside Holiday. Back to Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got 6 points.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Back to Young. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Bucks on top, up 7. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter roll. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Bogdanovich dishes to Okongwu. To the middle. And the jump by Giannis.
Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, and just terrorizing the deep.
Bogdanovich passes to Okongwu. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Brook Lopez. That free throw missing.
Bogdanovich, another one of those draft players that gets stashed overseas for a few years. Drafted back in 2014 by the Kings before coming over for the 17-18 season.
Now here's Giannis. High post Lopez. Giannis inside. Gallinari covering. Antetokounmpo, no good. Outside for Rondo. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Antetokounmpo. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. 11-point game. And he banks in the layup.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Rondo. Puts up a 3, and that one's good from Connaughton. Connaughton's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And Gallinari kicks to Okongwu. Back to Gallinari. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Down low. To the paint. Here's Tucker. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. From past the arc. Lopez passes to Caruth. Great look, but off the mark. The Hawks trail by 12. Gallinari outside. Lopez with the steal. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Gallinari on the wing. Back to Bogdanovich. Now, here's Okongwu. Lopez covering. Here's Gallinari. Lopez with the block. Now, here's Tucker. Tight defense on him. And good that time. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Just all the physical advantages that Giannis has really present a tough challenge for the defense down there.
Outside Rondo. Inside. And just miss after miss right now. Bucks leading by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bucks.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Chris Middleton's checked in for Rodion Kurucs. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Holiday in for Pat Connaughton. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Capella against Giannis. 9 feet out. And he overshot that one, missing. Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 18. Herter, and he dunks it down.
Not settling for jump shots there as Herter gets his way on the drive.
And the Bucks with possession here. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, the shot by Holiday, no good. Now Young, this one for 3, cans it from downtown.
Yeah, Trae Young exploring the limits of his range in this one.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.